Good afternoon, folks. Greg Burkhart here, one of the owners at Rockaway Sustainable Landscaping. Here, hard to believe, reporting on November what's happening at Rockaway and on your properties. Standing in front of the Mayo Clinic sign here. We've been proud partners for the last 3 years right off of San Pablo. I think it's 64 degrees and cloudy with light drizzle. Coming up in November, if you are a 42 contracted service per year, we'll start your skips starting next week after Halloween. So we'll be in touch via text and email to let you know if there's any service day changes going into the non-grow season, which what we refer to it as November through March. Agronomically, or for your turf, we'll be putting a pre-em down, spot treating for fungus, or in particular large patch, or what used to be called brown patch. We'll be on the lookout for that as well, and we'll also be putting down a liquid feed potassium. So your last slow release granular have been put down prior, so that's why you're holding green for the most part now. And now really we're trying to most healthily put the grass somewhat to sleep during the dormant side, and really treating and trying to prevent your winter weeds that will pop up as the cooler night temperatures come down. Right now we're kind of in the sweet spot, unfortunately, for the large patch that's weather related, or really the 60 and 50 degree nights. That's when it goes into its prime. For the most part, we'll call it a cosmetic deficiency. It bounces back in the spring, but as we start to see it appear, we try to minimize it. It's a ring and it's brown, so not really much to worry about other than it's a little unsightly through the winter months. And then as the temperatures actually get below that 50 degree mark, it goes away. So it's a little short term. We'll call it a pimple in your turf. And then we'll see it rebound a little bit in the spring, but generally not as much. But anyway, for November, we've got that on the schedule, so you should not be concerned about that. We've got that handled. Tree limb ups on your weekly service, if you're not skipped and you have 52 weeks, they will start to happen in November there, as well as cutbacks, any brown in your plant material. If we're using PGR on your property, we're pretty much completed there. So if you don't hear the hedge pruners going through, that's why. We've already pruned your entire property and you've got that PGR on there, so that should hold you well into 2026. We will be continuing to do detail and hand detail. If we miss a little spot, that will be pruned out and created uniform, and that's really what that PGR does. If you have annuals that go in, that will be getting done your second and third week, for the most part before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day week, we will be operating Monday through Wednesday, so longer days for the crew, but you shouldn't see any difference in your service going into the holiday weekend. If by chance we do get rain, we will work on Friday. And of course, as you know by now, we'll shoot out texts and emails if there is any change because of weather. And we'll also put what day you're going to be serviced on that short week. Water management wise, irrigation, your clocks during November will move from twice a week, or in some cases 3 or 4. If you have newly planted plant material, they will go back by law right around daylight savings time to 1 time a week for the winter months. So the next 3, 4, 4.5 months, it'll sit at 1 per month, unless of course we put new turf or any enhancement in. By law, we're allowed to irrigate as needed during that time for X amount of days. But for most of you, it will be switching back from 2 times a week to 1 time a week, unless otherwise noted for whatever reason. We've been working hard on your client care center. If you go to our new website, scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a button called Care Center. That's just another security blanket, if you will, or ease of getting a hold of us. So again, on the website, rockawayinc.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a button called Care Center. That will get you directly to the office with a couple clicks. So we're really excited about that. That's coming from your survey responses, and you thought that would be a nice feature for us to offer. Additionally, in the beginning of this new year, 2026, we'll send out some emails. You can also turn that into an app, so instantly you can be in communication with us. Of course, you have your account managers. You can certainly reach out to them in the traditional format, but again, as per your request, you can use what will be an app, and right now what is on the Care Center button on the website. You can also go and use that as your client pay portal, so that will be increasingly getting better month by month, but it is live for November, so happy to announce that. Last but not least, as a partner of Rockaway, our sister company, Burkhart's Christmas Tradition website, bctree.farm, pre-order pricing. We'll put a code and a link below to that. The code will get you an additional 10% off. By pre-ordering, you're already getting about 20% off. But again, because you're a contracted maintenance customer with Rockaway, we're going to extend another 10%. So if you do get a real tree, wreath, or garland, that's going to be your best time to get on there. That's just a special thank you for being a loyal customer to the Rockaway brand. BCT, we as a family have been selling trees since 1959, so coming up on 60 years. So proud of that. And if we can touch you in any way for the holiday season, we'd like you to save a few dollars and shake your hand and wish you a Merry Christmas going forward. So as always, we appreciate you. Look forward to a November, a cooler November. We feel like we're in good shape on our properties. Of course, you know better than we do. Again, try out that new Client Care Center button, bottom of the website, and we'd love to hear from you. If we don't, and from my family to your family, we wish you the happiest of Thanksgivings, and God bless us all.